Hello dear students. In previous presentation, we discussed about EZ nomenclature. Now for the Gujarat University curriculum, semester 2 stereochemistry, today we will discuss the last point, and that is RS nomenclature, which I think you studied in a 12th standard also. So first of all, let us try to understand why and when RS nomenclature is used. So suppose if we are given this compound, and you know that we can also write its enantiomer, its mirror image. So this compound and its mirror image, which one is dextro and which one is levo, that cannot be determined on paper or on screen or in the book. So dextro levo can be determined only in the polarimeter, but configuration, this particular. So to distinguish between this configuration, we are using RS nomenclature method. RS nomenclature method, to assign R or S nomenclature, we have to follow CIP rules. This technique was designed by three scientists, Kahn, Ingold and Prelog. That's why it is called CIP rules. So to assign RS nomenclature, the first step is the four groups which are attached to asymmetric carbon, we have to give them priority order. Number 1 is a most prior group, number 4 is a least prior group. And criteria is atomic number Z. More the atomic number of directly attached atom to the asymmetric carbon, the higher will be the priority. So as per this rule, in this particular example, chlorine is a 17th element, these two are carbon 6th element, and this one is the hydrogen. So obviously, more the atomic number, more will be the priority. So number 1 would assign to chlorine, and number 4, because hydrogen is the first, atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So we will assign it least priority number. But here both are carbons. So in such case where two groups are same, we always, here it is written that we keep comparing the next element or next atom of the group till we are clearly getting higher priority than the other. So let me give you example. Suppose in one compound with carbon, asymmetric carbon, four groups are attached: methyl, ethyl, isopropyl and tertiary butyl. So you can see that one carbon is, I have shown in red color. So you just assume that this carbon, red carbon, is attached to asymmetric carbon. So all are four are carbons. So what we have to do? Now we have to compare the other atoms. So here you can see with the red carbon, which is attached with the asymmetric carbon, three hydrogens are attached, and hydrogen's atomic number is 1. So we will write 1 1 1. Okay. Now another group could be ethyl group. So this carbon is attached with the asymmetric carbon, red one. So that having two hydrogens and one methyl group, so one carbon directly attached. So if you compare ethyl and methyl, here you have to write 1 1, and this is the sixth element. So see, 1 1 1 1 1 6. So always we should give ethyl group higher priority than the methyl. Now this group is isopropyl group. So if you compare it with the ethyl, here carbon having 2 methyl 6 6 and 1 hydrogen. So it is a 6 6 1. So isopropyl would be given even higher priority than the ethyl. And finally tert-butyl group, in which carbon is attached with all the three carbons 6 6 6. So if we assume that all these four groups are attached, then most prior is tert-butyl, then isopropyl, then ethyl, and then methyl. So see, with the asymmetric carbon, all first atom attached were these red carbons. So then we have to keep comparing them till we are getting the clear priority. Okay, one more point. Whenever there is a double bond and triple bond present in the structure, we are treating them as if there are two or three single bonds are there. So whenever there is a carbonyl group, suppose carbon double bond oxygen, so we consider them as two carbon oxygen single bonds and then we determine the priority. This is interesting rule. Fourth one, whenever isotopes are present. Now we know that isotopes having the same atomic number and our criteria is atomic number. So in such case, we give a higher priority to the isotope having a higher mass. Example, deuterium and hydrogen, if they are together present, then we know that the mass of hydrogen is 1 and mass of deuterium is 2. So deuterium would be given higher priority compared to hydrogen. So that you should remember. Now after assigning priority 1 to 4, this is the observer, you can see the eye. Observer should observe the molecule in such a manner so that the least prior group 4 should remain away from the observer, and then observer should connect 1, 2 and 3 groups. If he or she has to move the eyes clockwise to connect the 1, 2, 3, forget the 4, then it is called R configuration. And if we have to move our eyes left side or anti-clockwise, then it is called sinister or S configuration. But that is possible only when 3D structure is there. Here, when the Fischer projection is given, then which group you will keep far from you. So for that, we have to bring, it is accepted that we will bring the least prior group to the downside. So how would you do that? You have to interchange position of chlorine and hydrogen. So 1,4 position change, you will get this configuration. Now always remember that whenever you change one pair, it changes the configuration. It means that if this is R configuration, then this would have S and vice versa. So interchange of one pair is forbidden. You can't change one pair. Technically, it is called 90-degree rotation to the molecule. So after bringing the least prior group at this position, you should change one more pair. There are three options, either 1, 2 or 1, 3 or 2, 3, because we have to keep the fourth group here. So here I have changed 1, 3 group. So total, to determine the configuration, we change or we interchange rather 2 pairs, and that is allowed. Interchange of one pair is forbidden because it changes the configuration. So you should interchange 2 pairs. So now further I will change 1, 3. Chlorine would move here and methyl to here. And now you can see that. Forget the fourth group. And now connect only 1, 2, 3. And you can see the direction of the arrow. We have to move our eyes in this case left side or anti-clockwise. That's why it is called S symmetry or S configuration, sinister. If it is reverse, then it is called R configuration. And when a compound given having more than one chiral carbon, then the same process is actually performed individually for all asymmetric carbons. So I hope that you understand RS nomenclature also.